Okay, this is one of the scariest videos I've ever made, simply because I usually plan my videos. I plan the script. I know what I'm going to talk about, but today I swear to God, I have no script planned. I am just going to ramble on, rant, and hopefully this will be something which you and I, will find helpful. What I've done is that without getting up from this chair that I'm sitting on, I have basically grabbed a few things on my table itself, and my intention is to associate marketing with every object that I have grabbed. Okay, so I have grabbed this wonderful gift that a friend of mine gave me a couple of years back. The Lord of the Rings or the Hobbits fans would know this. This is the key of Erebor. From that, I have I have that. I also have a comb. I also have perhaps this microphone, this clip. And what I'm going to do is, perhaps weave some marketing principles around it and rant on all of these objects one by one. And let's see where it takes us. Let me start off with something as simple as this hair clip and this comb that my wife uses, of course, to take care of her hair. Now, the challenge of a marketer who is selling these combs or selling this clip is that it's a commodity, which means that unless he creates a brand that has a story around it, which actually attracts a specific type of women, if the brand marketer is able to create that story, then there is a chance that these commodities will stand out. And perhaps they have created a story. I'm not aware. I'm not claiming that I know the story, but as far as I know, these two objects, don't this comb and this clip, they don't really have a story. It's a commodity. The problem with being a commodity is that if I go out and if I have to buy from five of these combs, and if all of them look the same, perhaps have a different feature, then probably I'll choose the one that I like the most in terms of the color. Or the worst is that I'll choose something which is the cheapest. So this is the challenge of the marketer who does these two things. I also have the Sennheiser headphone that I use. It's a 1500 rupee headphone, expensive than many of the headphones that people usually use, cheaper than many of the headphones that people usually use. Why do I use Sennheiser? Well, because I listen to a lot of podcasts, I listen to a lot of audio, and the story that I tell myself is that it's very, very important to me. The sound, the quality of the music or the quality of the sound of the podcast is extremely important to me. Okay, it's not as important to me as, let's say, what a 10,000 rupee earphone or headphone would give me, but it's certainly worth rupees 1,500 to me. And that's why it surprises a few people who are usually okay with buying, let's say, 300 or a 500 rupee headphones. But no, I want to have this. And so this is not a commodity for me, it's an emotion for me. It's a story that I tell myself. Let's talk about I don't know, let's talk about this book. Okay, this book known as a deep work. I'm sure most of you have know of this book. I hope you can see it. The name is Deep Work. It's by Cal Newport. Now, this book is about doing deep work, something which I am very, very passionate about. I I really, really want to get deeper into my work, and hence this book is far from being a commodity. Okay, this book is a very, very emotional decision for me. Why is it an emotional decision? Well, because if this book been for 100 rupees, would have I bought it? Of course. If it would have been 200 rupees, yes. 400 rupees, yes. 1,000 rupees, yes. Why? Because the concept of the book is so important to me. And hats off to Cal Newport for understanding, for having the empathy for his audience, that hey, you know what, the audience, there is a set of an audience which cares about deep work, and I'll write a book for them, and hence the price becomes secondary. So the story that I'm telling myself is that hey, I'm so passionate about deep work that I just can't resist buying this book, and hence I go and I buy this book. Okay, so that's another example. The next is this mug which has Manchester United printed on it. Full disclosure, I'm not into football, I'm not a Manchester United fan, but I got this as a gift from one of my colleagues, Sagar, where I was working previously. And Sagar is a big Manchester United fan. And now, what is the purpose of a mug? If let's say I am going, if I am looking to, let's say I move on to a new house and I want to buy mugs or cups simply because I don't have cups and I'm simply trying to fulfill a need, then I'll buy perhaps any type of mug, any kind of mug which doesn't have any design on it. Then why do I buy this? Or I, as in, why does Sagar buy this? Well, because the moment you print the Manchester United logo on it, it stops being a commodity and it becomes an emotional product. It becomes a product that has a story behind it. Now I am buying this even if it's, let's say, 50 rupees costlier or 100 rupees costlier than the other mug. Why? Because I am buying a story. I'm also buying a signal. Now I can take this cup to my office and show this to everyone, and give a signal that, hey, you know what, I am a Manchester United fan. This is what I stand for, this is what I believe in. And this logo is simply giving me a power to tell a story about myself, and this is what differentiates this particular mug from just being a simple plain mug. And here again, the cost matters less and the story matters more. Okay, what do we have left? We have a mouse. Okay, a mouse that I use now. In the age of laptops, I know very few of us actually use mouse, but this is again a mouse that is sort of a commodity for me. Why? Because I wanted to play this one game and I wanted to have a reasonable mouse for that. But this mouse, apart from doing its simple job of helping me play that particular game, which is again doesn't require a lot of skill, that's the only job this mouse is doing. But hey, perhaps there is a mouse brand, and I'm sure there is a mouse brand only for gamers, because all the features of that mouse brand are around helping gamers become better gamers. And so the way that mouse should position itself is by saying, we make the gamer's life easier, or we, I'm making this as I go, okay. We help gamers win more games, something like that. So this is how you change a commodity into something which is specific. Or there could be a mouse company only for CEOs, just like there is Apple for CEOs. There could be a mouse company for CEOs which says that this is an expensive mouse, but it doesn't make any sound. The sound of the click is very less. And so we create this mouse only for CEOs, for them to be able to make a statement when they are out for their meetings or when they are sitting with their prospective clients, because then the mouse will perhaps create some kind of a story and some kind of an engagement, some kind of a question answer. Okay, same goes for this mic. This mic, whenever I have a conversation, this mic usually creates conversations. Okay, it creates conversations that I like, because then I can get to tell people about why I use this mic and why I have a podcast, and then they want to know more about my podcast. So this mic also does that trick. If it had been a very small mic, or if it had been a collar mic, it wouldn't have done the same trick for me. So it's not about the features of this mic. Okay, I mean, yes, they're important to me, but more importantly is how this mic is looking, and what kind of conversations it is enabling. um I think the second last example is of a water bottle. This is a Tupperware water bottle that I could grab. The Tupperware water bottle is important to many people, but to my left, I have this, another water bottle which I use, which is not Tupperware, which is of course, low quality plastic as compared to Tupperware. But I am okay with drinking water from that bottle. Why? Because perhaps the kind of a person I am, I don't really care about which the bottle that is used to carry this water. However, there are few people out there who would be extremely concerned about the plastic that is being used. So for example, if there is a father who is extremely concerned about the bottle that his son uses, he'll of course not use this bottle. Okay, he'll go for Tupperware. So perhaps Tupperware should think about that. Okay, or for, let's say, another example. Another example would be that I am extremely environmental. I care a lot about sustainability, and Tupperware promises me sustainability through recycling. And so that is a story that they can build to get into my head. And hence, if this brand is about sustainability, then definitely I'll choose this. Unfortunately, for any kind of water bottle brand, I don't really connect with that story, but there are other people who would, and perhaps the brand needs to find those people and create a story on that. The last is this key that I promised, the key of Erebor. Again, this is, this will be familiar to Hobbit fans and to the Lord of the Rings fans. This, what is this commodity solving as a problem? Okay, it just stays on my table. It what problem is it solving? How is it making my life easier? Well, there are two stakeholders involved here. First is my friend who very generously brought this key to me. What problem is this key solving for him? Well, the brand that created this key, or the shop that was selling this particular artifact, knew that people come to New Zealand. This has been bought from New Zealand, by the way. When people come to New Zealand, they have this story that, hey, you know what, there are 50 or 10 of my friends or 10 of my relatives out there, and I need to buy something for them. Okay, I need to buy something for them, because if I don't buy anything, they will they'll judge me for it, or I'll look like a very, stingy person, not a very generous person. Now, on top of that, if I'm going to buy something, and if I look for 10 different things, and if I find something which my friend really connects with, if I find something which my friend would really appreciate, rather than buying just another thing, if I buy a thing which my friend really appreciates, if it connects with the worldview of my friend, then, hey, I feel good about giving something to my friend feels good about it as well. So what this company is doing is that they're solving a problem that for a tourist who comes to New Zealand, who is looking to buy valuable, meaningful gifts for their friends, we provide this particular gift so that you can walk home proudly, and you can give this gift to your friend and create a smile on his face. That is the problem that this key is solving. So you can see, it's not about the metal that is used, it's about the story that is being told. I basically ranted on for a few minutes, and I hope this was valuable. What did I miss? What did I do well? Give me your comments as always. I love receiving feedback. Thanks, guys.